Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. In today's video we're going to be talking about Parker Wallbeck's course that's commonly known as Full-Time Filmmaker. Now, before I get into this video and give you my thoughts and my feelings on the course and whether I think we should actually purchase it or whether you're the right person to purchase it, let me just give a little disclaimer, because I just want to make sure very clear that I'm very transparent when it comes to these things. But I am going to be leaving an affiliate link in the description down below that if you follow down there, it is going to give me a small kickback if you do end up buying the course through that link. So I would appreciate if you are planning to buy the course that you do that through this link, because it will help me out a lot if you do. But with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get right into this course and my thoughts on it. Now, the course itself I think is a really good course. Now I'm going to go over some of the details of the course itself in a moment, but I wanted to ask you a question first, because I think that if you're going to be getting this course or even going to be thinking about getting this course, you need to actually have the right mindset when it comes to your mindset going into the course and then coming out of the course at the other end, and actually being able to use all of the knowledge that Parker's going to be teaching you to actually be able to make a success and make a successful video company or video production company or business or that respective. Because I don't want you to spend the money on this course and then find out or then think that, you know, it's going to be one, easy, because it won't be, or two, you then won't get the results that you thought you might have. So something that I asked myself, and I think you should ask yourself as well, is how badly do you really want to create video content for a living? You know, if it's not something you can't stop thinking about or can't stop doing on a day-to-day basis and can't stop obsessing about, then, you know, maybe this isn't necessarily the best step for you, because this is a significant amount of money that we're talking about here. Now, the course itself is $800, which you'll have to convert if you are obviously from Europe or the UK and etc., such as I did, but you can get it through other means and other discounts. Like, if, for example, if you go and join his webinar, he does give a small at the end of the 20-minute webinar, he does an hour-long webinar, shall I say, he does give a small discount. I forget exactly how much, but he does give a small discount, and I'm sure there's other promo codes you can find to get it cheaper. But I would recommend you do really think about the course, because even then it's still quite a significant amount of money. If you really have the right mentality and you feel that you know, you can make this work and you really want to make this work and you think that the course is going to be the right thing for you, then let's go in it and let's go sort of talk about, you know, the course a little bit more. So the course itself is broken up into 5 separate steps or sections. Now, the first couple are normally about the basic camera understanding, so what camera to buy, what lenses to buy, etc. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on all of these sections because I don't want to bog down the video, but basically what he's going to teach you is from beginner to probably pretty high level of what I would say anyway is cinematic editing, cinematic shooting, and then what camera and what gear to actually use with that. Now, something I want to premise when we're talking about gear, the gear is what I would say obviously is a tool and that you have to have it to be able to do the job. However, the most important thing is you, your eye, and your dedication and your talent and your skill, or your skill that these things you may develop, but these are things that that are the most important. I don't like or don't believe that a lot of the situations or a lot of people who get really stuck up on, I don't have X camera so I can't do Y thing, or I don't have X lens so I can't do Y thing. Now, in some cases that may be true. If, for example, if you don't have a long lens, you won't be able to get a shot that's further away. Again, I'm not going to go too much in detail, but yes, of course, there is cases where you need specific pieces of gear, but gear is not everything. The filmmaker specifically is the most important part in the filmmaking process. So when he's taught you how to create great content and how to create great looking and sounding content, he also goes into different details about how specifically you should be running a business, or how you should be starting to run a business or start actually making revenue, and how is best to actually go about doing that. And I think that in my opinion, I think that is the most beneficial part of this course, because he basically is for video production anyway, it's a business school mixed with a film school, which you're not going to get in film school. In film school, what you're going to get is a very traditional, you have to work your way up the rank to do feature films to make it. This is a very different look at a way to create video content and make a living. Another extra bonus that I think you should be thinking about, or you should be really considering when buying this course, which is a really good bonus that I've found as well, and in the last year that I've actually been part of the community and the course, I've benefited personally from this already. So whenever Parker creates a new gear review, whether that's a mini course overall, a small mini course, he's done 2 since I've joined, or whether that's a live Q&A, whether that's just updating some of the content that's already in the course, or if that's a small gear review. So say for example, the new Ronin S just came out more recently, he's already done a gear review. The day that came out, it was a new review, etc. So things like that. So all of this content is stuff that you will just be given because you are part of that community. And so this is something which I think is one of the most, also another really, really valuable part of the course, and I think that is one of the reasons why the course is so sought after. And I haven't even started on the Facebook community or the discounts that you get as well. So I won't put all of the links in the description down below, but if I will put a little bit more information in the description down below, and if you do want me to do a follow-up video, feel free to let me know in the comments section down below. I'm now going to briefly talk about a little bit about Parker himself and where he's actually come from and where he's actually built his brand. Now, specifically, Parker himself has actually done a backstory video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want to ruin the work or kind of de-cherish the work that he actually did on that behind the scenes video. But giving you a little bit of background, those of you who may know Devin Super Tramp or Super Tramp, Team Super Tramp, shall I say, they basically have, in my opinion, created some of the best video advertisements, the content that exists on YouTube. So he's done stuff for such games as Fortnite, Shadows of War, Tom Clancy's The Division, and most popularly, I would say, probably the Assassin's Creed series. And in most cases, when there's a new Assassin's Creed game, should I say, that comes out, then he produces a small promo video of his friends as Assassin's Creed characters, dressed up as Assassin's Creed characters, doing parkour. It's really awesome, really cool. Check it out. I highly recommend it. I'll link some of my favorites in the description down below for you guys to check out as well. I would recommend watching other reviews as well, and talking to other people who have either purchased the course or are thinking about purchasing the course, because it will allow you to develop more of a good understanding of, you know, the course and whether it is actually going to be a right fit for you, because there might be something that I say that really sits home with you, and there also might be something that someone else says that might hit home with you as well. So I bought the course and I got the course about last summer. So last summer I purchased the course, I went through the course. For the majority of that summer, I spent the majority of the time just watching over the videos, watching over and over and over again. I've watched the course maybe 6 times, maybe 7 times now. I personally still use it to this day, still check in it, still make sure my information is correct, still make sure if there's a new piece of content drop, I make sure to watch it. If there's a new mini series or a new mini course that he drops, then I do that as well. I make sure to do that as well, because it's just all more information that you can use. So that's where I kind of started, and I wanted to use those techniques. And whenever I had a new lesson or a new video that I'd watched, I made sure to then go out and actually practice that skill or practice that technique. And then that built onto me actually talking to or trying to reach out to some local event organizers. So that's what I did, and then I ended up actually being fortunate enough to be able to film events for them. And basically all I just said in that email was, look, I just want to create some content. Would it be cool? Would you mind if I just came down and filmed some stuff? You know, it'd be really, really cool to see the event. You know, it'd be really, really cool to get some documentation of that event as well. And then, you know, one thing led to another, and then eventually I'm now basically, I've done quite a lot of the events around Salisbury, so that's really fun and really awesome. And it's, you know, it's helped me in the future and build up relationships and build up the brand as well. As I said at the start of the video, the course isn't necessarily going to be for everyone, and I think that if you do have the right mindset, I think you will get a lot of value and a lot of skill out of this course if you utilize it correctly. That's going to wrap up the majority of my review on Full-Time Filmmaker today, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to leave it with a like, and feel free to chat with me in the comment section down below. I'm always open to hear more feedback, and because I always want to get better as a filmmaker. Also, if you want me to do a little bit more in-depth video, because I know I may not have covered everything that I probably should have or could have in this video, feel free to let me know. And yeah, if you want to see more content from me, then make sure to be subscribed to the channel. My social medias are down in the description down below. I do as much as I can live behind the scenes and that kind of thing to show what I'm kind of going up. So that's something that's interested you. Feel free to follow us down there as well. Also, I've got some other bits coming as well, and we've got some new content coming as well. I've got some new content plans that are going to be a lot more kind of structured, and I think a little bit more like this kind of content. I think we're going to start now moving away from a little bit to do with the vlog content. I've got a couple more that I still need to edit and still want to put out, but I think we're going to move away a little bit from the vlog content for at least the time being and move towards more scripted content or more kind of informative content in that respect. So we've got some reviews I got planned, and we've also got probably some more tutorials as well. So let me know what you think. If you have any ideas for videos you want to see, let me know in the comment section down below as well. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave it with a like. I'm going to stop ranting. I'm going to go. So I'll see you guys very soon, and have a great evening, day, evening or night, wherever it is for you. And yeah, I'll see you very soon.